Okay, and we're on. It is July 31st, Thursday, July 31st. You are watching the Convergence Report with Mike Thomas right here at the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator, live streamed on XE's TV by NOXTROM Digital Media. Tonight it's going to be maybe a little bit different. Again, I'm going to say right now, right back on the screen behind me, okay, the best live internet programs in Windsor, Essex. And I thank you again for watching this live. And don't forget, and I tell everybody to do the same thing, don't forget to check us out for the rebroadcast on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube as we are cruising upwards and about 30,000 total views between the Convergence Report with Mike Thomas, Betting to Go with Betty Goodell, Jock Talk with Brett Hedges, and of course, Beyond Incredible with Shay Rochelle. So some excellent local programming covering the community, covering downtown Windsor, covering all the different facets of the local programming, and of course the Convergence Report again with me, Mike Thomas, talking about all the kind of different things that are around Windsor, Essex. I'll take you all the way to whether it's politics, okay, or what's trending or what's happening out there. And if you really want to follow us closely, take a look and like us on Facebook at NOXTROM Digital Media. Take a look at that site there, and of course I have Mike Thomas on Facebook. You can take a look at some of the stuff I count. That's where my posting flavor goes, and up and running very shortly will be my very own The Convergence Report with Mike Thomas Facebook, as I'll transition over that very, very shortly. So again, please like us on Facebook. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. So very, very important, okay, to keep this local programming coming to you live, and of course rebroadcast on YouTube. And of course, I want to wish a quick recovery to one of our team, Justin Prince. And for Justin, I hope you're feeling better. I know you just moved in, and I was following. Remember I said I saw that on Facebook, okay, Facebook karma, and okay, some of your struggles with the cable guy, and you definitely don't want to have dealing with those issues when you're recovering from getting your wisdom teeth out. So again, hope you're going to be all the wiser going forward. And again, I hope to see you soon, Justin. Hope everything's well. Tonight on the Convergence Report, it's really kind of, it's your perfect live scenario. It's a perfect live scenario, and that you had a show all ready to go, and due to just kind of, it's called, whether it's a techno glitch or whether it's a scheduling glitch, we are still going to be here live. I'm going to be here live, but I had to kind of react very, very quickly to try to make sure that I give you a good show tonight. So, all my wonderful Facebook Thought Police slides that I normally show for everybody, they're not here tonight, and because I was supposed to have a guest, and we're rescheduling the guest, and we'll be back with that. But tonight you're just going to see the basic. I'm going to call it the TCR rant. Not trying to take away from Rick Mercer, but the Convergence Report rant. I got a bunch of topics. We're going to throw them out there. I'm going to talk about them. Okay, try to generate some interest in all the different craziness that's going on out there in the world, in Windsor, Essex municipal politics, also with Toronto mayoral election, which is still happening up there. That's if you just want to follow anything kind of crazy, I'll start with Rob Ford. I did send a tweet out today in regards to Rob Ford, because it's just I think are people really watching this? Are they really paying attention to what's really happening behind? Like, if you really want to look at politics in action is watching what the Rob Ford camp is doing. Olivia Chow was up there in the polls, and she was fighting it out. I didn't even know who was in second place, whether or not it was Stintz or not, or whether or not it was John Tory. I think it was John Tory, actually. And here Rob Ford comes back out of rehab with all the monkey business that was happening in rehab. And here Rob Ford again is trying to say, no. First he came out with guns a-blazing, and Doug Ford was the lead dog that was out there chewing everybody out, being in front of it, taking the hits as Rob was coming. And then when Rob Ford saw that all the brashness and all the BS, listen, I'll say it straight, all the BS that surrounds him wasn't going to work, that Doug was still kind of doing some things that way, and Doug was still trying to even do that in council, and all of a sudden Rob was still being Rob, but he's apologizing for some of the mistakes he made. He's now not making any huge commitments. He come out and say, you know what I am, basically, and I can't make any promises from day to day, which of course is what he's taught, of course, in rehab to say, but it wasn't working when he first came out of rehab, so he had to take a whole different spiel, Okay, and he's totally backed away, and I'm the kind of laid back. I'm the everyday. You know what? Know what I am now? I'm the everyday rehab Rob. Okay, that's who I am. I can sympathize with everybody, all my constituents, because I've been there and I've been there back. But it doesn't take away from the fact that the mayor of Toronto is a very, very important position, and it's not about playing games. It's not about playing political games. And then here we go, and you actually see the real Rob. You know, Rockstar Rob. Rockstar Rob was back today. I guess he was on a local celebrities TV show, and he was ordering something. It was the drive-in. I'm not even sure what the theme is. A drive-in show, and then you get to play little games with it. And there was Rob, and everybody had laughing and joking. Oh, that's the Rob we love. And here he was. You know, I want 5 espresso coffees, and that's exactly how he kind of brought it up. And the host for the show, I only kind of saw the real quick clips on the news, and I just kind of sat there, watched that, and I sent a tweet out. And I was really hoping to get more responses than I did. But I guess everybody's feeling sorry for Rob Ford. So you're not going to get any negative responses back currently with Rob Ford. And what it was really, you know, he ordered 5 espresso. I said, oh, you're just addicted to something else now, right? And making a big joke of it. Okay, a big joke. I want 5 espressos. Oh, yeah, it's really good. What? Because I thought you're getting better now. So as I said, I kind of take a little bit away from the Who. Okay, then the rock band Who. The Who will be touring, okay, upcoming at Roger Daltrey and Peter Townsend. Look like they're going to give it a go, one last big anniversary bash. But going back to Rob Ford, it was, okay, same Rob, okay, new Rob, same as the old Rob, okay? And that's the bottom line, and that's what everybody needs to remember. And, of course, I went to the next Who song in my tweet, which was, at the end of the day, it was Don't Get Fooled Again. Not Won't Get Fooled Again. Don't get fooled again. Come on, Toronto. Tell me that you're better than that. Tell me that you actually follow what's going on. And if you want another year of MTV ridiculousness, that's a show that Rob Ford should be on. Okay, if you really want to, you really need to. That's who you want to watch. Then get him a spot on there and get him out of the seat for mayor. And that is the Convergence Report's thought for today on Rob Ford. And please, somebody, make this go viral and say the rant for the day was Rob Ford. Because definitely, I find it ridiculous that it's that bad, that's who people want to vote for, that we reduce politics reduce politics down to this shred of a mess, that somebody like Rob Ford can be the one that everybody has such huge faith and trust in. Okay, go get some help, go get better, okay, get really better, okay, and let's Toronto is one of our major cities. Let's somebody govern that city that wants to govern it and not just be the rock star of Toronto. Okay, so that's my Rob Ford thing. I'll go bigger in this. I've been following it. I did have a couple of guests over the last couple of weeks, so I kind of got away from doing my normal updates. I've been watching the municipal election with the Windsor-Essex municipal election. I'm not really out in the county yet so much. I am following the county, what's happening out there. I'm still following what's more happening in the city, and I think, okay, the city of Windsor-wise, I still think we have some challenges there on who wants to be mayor. And again, if you're looking at the ridiculousness of Rob Ford running for the mayor of Toronto, why hasn't a major candidate, really truly major candidate, stepped up, okay, and said, you know, I want to be the mayor of Windsor. And somebody that has been active and somebody who's been around and somebody in politics. I understand Larry Horowitz has put his name forth. I understand, and I just have to say, I don't see it. Again, when you got the glitching going on here, he was a new addition to the mayor's race. Mike Tessier is a new addition to the mayor's race. And maybe there's another one. You got John Milson, who was a one-term mayor a number of years ago. He's saying, I'm going to throw my hat in. That's what it's kind of turning out to be in this election. And what nobody wants it, so everybody thinks they can have it. And that's really what the mayor's race is turning into. And what you're also looking at, as I don't think there's anybody really doing any partisan discussion and trying to figure out how to put the best council together, because in every other ward, there's just name after name of new people. I'm going to go through this going forward. Like going forward, I'm going to take, ward by ward, I want to take a quick look at it again and say, okay, you really need to prepare yourself. You really, hopefully that politics, again, the Rob Ford style politics, is not just making a joke out of the election for everybody, that we really sincerely look at the candidates that are running and what they say they're standing for and finding out why they left politics and why they're coming back. That's some of the people. Okay, I don't want to do it anymore. A big retirement, and now they're coming back. And you have some, yes, I have some quality names out there, but you need to find out what they stand for and what they're going to do and what changes that they're broadcasting, or what their platform is going to be if they want to be part and parcel of making Windsor better. Because I'm going to say it again, and I reiterate this all the time, okay, the mayor that's leaving, that's left us with 10% unemployment across the board, okay, that was supposed to diversify, and supposed to do all these great changes, okay, please tell me, and he's still going down as the best mayor since sliced bread, and the stat, you know what, other than Windsor Family Credit Union Center that's buried out on the east end with barely a bus connection, okay, and eliminate a lot of parking in regards to the aquatic center, and making some really wild decisions on council. I'm actually hoping for September 1st so that he won't keep on saying, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want this, to kind of bury the next council and mayor going forward. I really want people to understand that a mayor leaving your city at 10% unemployment rate, okay, what was he doing to create better jobs, to create jobs at all? Okay, not alone, like create full-time jobs. Everybody can have a contract job, everybody can have a part-time job, as long as you do 5 or 6 of them, I guess. But why is the unemployment rate still at 10%? Why is the youth still leaving? Why are the only ones that are looking at this as an opportunity, okay, is the retirees moving back, and they're not really looking for jobs, okay? So people need to really write into me, okay, tweet me at Writer Miker, hit me on Facebook hard, okay, or make some comments and get a hold of us, please, in regards to why Eddie Francis is considered to be the best mayor that Windsor ever had. And I talked to a great number of people, and I kind of got pulled into the Facebook thought process by making a comment one time in regards to everybody kind of doing this big defense, as every time a candidate comes out, I don't know if he's done it with Horowitz yet, but anytime somebody projects the possibility of being a candidate, for example, Ken Lowenza, okay, then he's all over them. Because if you make a statement about the past council or this current council or the current mayor's status, if you keep making comments, he comes lightning out fast with, of course, his favorite newsletter called the Windsor Star, and he's able to make those statements right back at. So why is he influencing politics? Why are you still, what? You think you're picking the next mayor? Oh, that's right, we think we are picking the next mayor because you still think that Drew Dilkins is going to be your man going forward, and then whatever plan that you have for the mayor after that, because I really think it's going to be a real dangerous situation politically for whoever's going to take over the mayor's job unless they're strong enough to fight through this slog that's been left over from, I'm going to say the past council, I'm going to say more from the past mayor, okay, because the comments are back all the time that the mayor ran the show, and he can blame council for making the final decisions, but the mayor ran the show. So people need to get back to me on that one and help me out trying to figure out in my mindset what that's all about, and I will go into that a little bit deeper as we go forward with the municipal elections. Of course, the Windsor one we're watching. We can't make this a joke. This is so important to the city and to the county, because whoever's going to take over, we also got to mend those fences that have been destroyed over the years in regards to Windsor and Essex, and trying to get them to all act as one, especially when we're having events in the city, instead of saying there's a dividing line between Windsor and the county, and it still seems to be there. So again, the wonderful mayor of 12 years did a wonderful job in mending those fences. I saw that also. So I really want to know more about that. I was just at an event, and kind of taking away from that, I just got an event and trying to promote it a little bit. It was the launch for the big reveal. It will be happening this September. Again, David Clemerson, again, has taken on the role for Windsor Pride to put on this wonderful event, and we have some wonderful, some excellent community people step forward to take part in the big reveal. We definitely have female boxer, I shouldn't say female boxer, but boxer Mary Spencer. She has agreed to participate in this year's big reveal. We also have Windsor Spit coach Bob Bugner. He has also agreed to it because, again, they were looking at I think it was mental health awareness, youth suicide, and really get into more awareness on anti-bullying measures. So he brought that forward, which again is a very, very, very important mandate, especially what happened again in the county in regards to the bullying incident that happened in the dressing room out there. I believe it was Lakeshore. So again, to have this Spitfire level of hockey, to participate and take the lead on this. So it's still very important. So again, I congratulate Bob Bugner on doing that. And of course, we have somebody from Eddie Francis' staff. But anyways, Norma Coleman, she also agreed to do it. So those are the ones, and I'm trying to get the format down. I was there watching the announcement from the executive director of Windsor Pride, Bob Williams, yesterday, and we're all excited about this fundraiser that's going to happen. That's going to support education at the Windsor Pride Resource and Education Center, and it's on Felicia. Sorry, when you're doing it live, you just get it. It all comes together at once. But anyways, the big one that's going to happen is local Unifor 444 President Dino Chiodo has agreed to be the wild. I'm not going to say that. My co-producer said, but I'm not going to say that. He's agreed to be the ultimate makeover. In other words, he's going to show up at the beginning of the show, disappear as we unveil or reveal our other participants, Mary Spencer, Bob Bugner, and Norman Coleman, and then Dino will come back out. Dino will come back out, and will be redone, and he will be made over. And they were teasing them all over the place. Just there, what's he going to do with his goatee? What's going to happen to that hairstyle he's been going with for as long as I've known him, anyways. And so we're really interested in what they're going to do to Dino and to dress him up. I'm assuming that most of his uniform and past that CAW logo T-shirts might get pulled out of his closet. And again, Nancy Capana, she will be part and parcel of this through Neutro. She's Neutro Events Planning. She is helping put on the show, so she's going to be doing that also. So, and she said they're going to have it coordinated because they want to kind of have that film footage in the background of showing up, kind of give you a little heads up. But you're coming. We're going to check out your closets, see what's in those closets, and see what we're going to do. So that definitely, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be an exciting event and an excellent fundraiser. So go to the Windsor Pride website, check it out. Again, I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for the no slide day, but I want to make sure you get the information and get the information from Mike Thomas on the Convergence report today. But I'll definitely pop the slide up as we get a little bit closer. As a big reminder, make sure you get your tickets in advance. It will be at the Devonshire Mall. That's where they've had it before. So that is something that is going to be very, 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 very fun and very, very can't wait for it to happen. Support Windsor Pride. Okay, so I'm kind of looking at different things. I will be. Again, and this is what happens. XE's TV and NOXTROM Digital Media are getting out there in the community, doing a lot of different things and exposing ourselves to different things and trying to be part and parcel of the announcements. I was at the big reveal announcement last night, and I'm going to be down probably at the Windsor Family Credit Union Center. There's going to be a special announcement of the Windsor Spitfires. They've kind of got to look, be there, be square, hear what we're going to tell you. So I'm kind of looking forward to what that big announcement is going to be. So Windsor, again, not the XE, Mike Thomas and XE's TV and the Convergence report will be there to check out the Windsor Spitfires announcement tomorrow. And of course, some of the different things we've been doing, I kind of take one kind of flavor, I kind of take another kind of flavor, and looking at what's happening as far as what big things. Well, the big thing was our I'm going to say my Detroit Tigers. I'm going to say that they've made a big trade. They were part and parcel of it. Of the trade deadline day, although we know there's another trade deadline in August, but this was the big play to whether or not they were going to kind of beef up their team in a way that they could compete with the Oakland Athletics, who were just out there buying everybody with a sensational trade where they picked up John Lester and actually got rid of Yoenis Cespedes, okay, and that seemed very, very major to a lot of people why they would let that kind of talent go. And they're saying that the Billy Ball is all in, okay, to try to win the World Series. And one of the teams that they seemed to never get through was the Detroit Tigers. So supposedly this kind of whole exercise to do that, which kind of forced the Tigers to try to fix some of their problems. One of the trades they kind of had this year didn't go the best. Was sending Doug Fister over to the Nationals. They had to make a quick reaction and you let go Steve Lombardozzi. I think they still relied on Ian Kroll, and I think it's Robbie Ray, where Robbie Ray might be somebody they're going to use down the road. but that these little fixes didn't really help. It's a good darn thing that they're in the Central Division, so they could kind of hold on to the lead and kind of play around here. But it didn't come out at a price. Austin Jackson's kind of been up and down the last couple of years as the replacement for fan favorite Curtis Granderson, and he actually they kind of let him go, and he's had some good moments, but they had to kind of make some moves. And I know that Andy Dirks, they said Dirks was coming back, so maybe they created some room in the outfield. They didn't want to get rid of Raj Davis. He really created a kind of a different opening. They're really not loyal. Torrey Hunter came the Tigers' way, and they didn't want to get rid of him. They want to make sure they give him the opportunity. He's got a hot bat as of late. So here they let Austin Jackson go, and I'm going to call it, they had to give up an arm, and the arm ended up being Drew Smiley. Drew Smiley was given the opportunity to try to fulfill that role as a starting pitcher. A lot of people believed he was much more effective in the bullpen, but letting Pfister go, they gave Smiley his chance. They held on to Porcello, and all of this was so that in a three-way trade with Seattle and the Tampa Bay Rays, that they acquired David Price, big left-hander, former Cy Young Award winner, and they really said and this is actually a long-termer thing with long-termer deal, thinking that Max Scherzer, regardless of what happens in this season, will be moving on, and that now they'll have Verlander, they'll have Price, they'll still have Porcello, they'll still have Anibal Sanchez, they'll still have a very decent staff, regardless of how this season finishes. So, but they definitely were a player, and are just waiting for Joakim Soria to kind of find his Tiger legs. Okay, he come out with a really bad start. So, I mean, that's going to, and the fans are tough. The Detroit fans are tough. Okay, no matter what team is out there, if you're not putting a quality product out there, they're going to let you know about it. And it doesn't make a difference if it's Soria, or it doesn't make a difference if it's Justin Verlander. They're going to let you know about it. It doesn't make a difference if it's Matthew Stafford. And I haven't seen him boo Calvin Johnson yet, but there's probably a couple drops that they were close. But they're tough on you, and so Soria's got to get through that. He's got to get through that, come back, and be that 1-2-3 setup with him and Jabba Chamberlain, and of course Joe Nathan. He'll put it together. We're waiting to see that. So the pieces of the puzzle really kind of come together. Now, as far as the hitting side, we're going to see who they're going to promote, see if Dirks is ready to come back and play, or whether or not they're going to pick somebody up between now and then to kind of fill that opening that Austin Jackson kind of left as a bat in that lineup. So again, that is what's going on there. And again, hoping all the best. I am as biased as a Tiger fan as you can be. I always tease anybody that's Canadian and says I was supposed to go to the Toronto Blue Jays when they set up house in Ontario a number of years ago. And I said, nope, Al Kaline's my man, and Al Kaline's still my man, and I'm a Detroit Tiger fan all the way, all orange and blue of it. So we're definitely going to keep a hard look at that. And just because, again, trying to be everywhere, getting the announcements, and again, a little bit more of a sports flavor today to kind of balance out the show because it's where I was. I was able to, me and my son, we went over to the Detroit Lions. Again, the training camp on the Monday, the season ticket holders, we are season ticket holders, and we took a look, and we wanted to see some of the, be able to discuss the kickers and take a look at the receivers. We're worried about the secondary, and we wanted to see Caldwell. Caldwell was on the field for the very first time, moving up from drill to drill, and they're all just drills. It's not a scrimmage. They're not wearing pads, but it just kind of gets you into the flavor because you're listening to so much. And I'm trying not, I'm going to try not to. I'm not trying to do a negative spin. See a lot of news agencies kind of really rack it up that way. If you even there's a sniff of a failure, they're just dropping a hammer on you immediately. Okay, let's go. It looks like the talent base is there. The model from Jim Caldwell is to win. It's work hard, win now. We're again just like the Tigers, just like the Oakland A's. Okay, they're saying this is the product. This product needs to win now. Okay, the Lions are steps away. And not to even talking about Sue, who's decided to work the final year of his contract. Okay, not do an extension during the season, which is really this is all that's all the news was. It was what's going to happen with Sue. What's going to happen with Sue? First it was Scherzer, now it's Sue. Okay, and I guess we're going to find out whether they want to stay in Detroit at the end of the day, or whether they are going to work that much harder to get the prize. And the prize for Scherzer being the World Series. Okay, a World Series victory. We've been there a couple times. I think we're 0-8. Okay, maybe we're 1-8. I think we're 1-8, but we lost way more than we won in the World Series. Okay, on the last couple trips, anyways. And of course, are the Lions A going to make the playoffs? B, are they going to win a playoff game? Or C, is it all going to come together with the Sue and the defense, with Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford? becoming a much more mature quarterback. And I'll tell you this right now, maybe nobody really picks up on this stuff, okay? And I was watching a quick little news clip. They're interviewing Matthew Stafford after the practice, and if you weren't watching last year, you won't even know anything I'm talking about. He had his hat on frontwards, okay? And it was a huge deal last year. It was a huge deal that every time you saw him in the locker room and under interview when a microphone was close to him, that he had the hat on backwards. He was the gunslinger. You know, they got to show the level of immaturity. That level of maturity that, don't see, glitching with a phone here. But we're going to shut that baby off, okay? And anyways, level of maturity, we've got a few minutes left. Level of maturity was that he didn't have it, and he would never be a championship quarterback. And here he is. He put the hat on frontwards to say, you know what? I want to take it to the level of Peyton Manning. I want to take the level of Tom Brady. Okay, I want to be it. And I've been told that he can't believe it. My producer can't believe it that I was able to speak and without a drink of water for a half hour straight. You have been watching the Convergence Report with Mike Thomas, sans slides, and I will be back. And what I'm going to do next week, I don't know. I may have a show prepared. I might have a guest. I don't know. But I will be back next week.